him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And the only news that matters loves Thin Lizzy. And Scott Gorham reflects on the arrival of John Sykes to Thin Lizzy, noting how he got the band with a fresh energy despite coming from a different background. Back in 1982, Thin Lizzy got a surprise reinforcement in the form of John Sykes. Then still a relatively unknown player whose biggest credentials included being the shredding force behind the early works of new wave of British heavy metal band Tigers of Pang-Tang. As such, he was an odd fit for the position, previously held by the likes of Snowy White, also Gary Moore, Brian Robinson, Eric Bell, my God. But he soon proved he had what Thin Lizzy needed to keep going. Speaking to Guitar World magazine recently, Scott Gorham recalls how Sykes' arrival happened at a crucial juncture. According to the guitarist, the band wasn't in the best shape and something needed to be done. He said, "I told Phil that we had to stop the whole thing. The drug addiction, Phil losing his voice, the mistakes we were now making on stage. That really hurt because we were a band that just did not make mistakes." Then you hear a recording and you go, what the hell was that? Let's wrap this up, I said. Let's get all our shit together and we both get healthy. We'll hit everybody over the head with a freaking sledgehammer. Phil said, let's do one more album and world tour. I know this kid, he's really good. He's from Tigers of Pang-Tang. I heard the name in magazines, but never really heard anything he recorded. Phil said, I promise you, you're going to like him. And if you don't, we'll look for someone else. Although Gorham admits he wanted Sykes to fail so he can get healthy. And he said, so John Sykes comes down, I couldn't fault him in any way. I really wanted to say, see, there's nobody out there. So we got to walk away from this. But I couldn't. He was a great player. He was a one-of-a-kind guitar player. Never did I see him play anything but his black Les Paul. And he looked great on stage too. So what's not to like? So the guitarist noted that his younger colleague had a lot to prove, with his strength, even in an environment such as Thin Lizzy. He had a fiery style, and I stepped up and sounded to match his. Gorham mused, and he added, every track he wanted faster. He turned around to Brian Downey and say, hey man, can you kick it up a couple? And I have to say, John, it's getting a little out of control. He wanted to show everybody just how fast he was. But he was an excellent player, no doubt about it. One of the best. And Cold Sweat, my God. But then there was no middle ground with Thunder and Lightning. Thin Lizzy fans hated it or loved it. When Thin Lizzy reformed over a decade after Phil's death, John Sykes offered to sing lead. I saw that. And while Gorham had never heard the guitarist do it before, he was pleasantly surprised. He said, I said, okay, I think we can get this together. I'm still not sure if this is the right thing to do, but let's see what happens. I remember being in that studio and nobody wanted to pick up a guitar, in case this was not going to work out. And I finally said, fuck it. I flew 6,000 miles. Let's get into this. But we started out with Jailbreak. If it's shit, then we'll just pack it up. So we played Jailbreak, and at the end we looked at each other and said, actually, that sounded pretty damn good. Before we knew it, we had a full set, and everybody felt confident in it. I was so happy and lucky. I got to see, it's not Thin Lizzy without Phil, come on. But man, to see a set with John Sykes singing the whole Thin Lizzy set with his blistering guitar. You had Tommy Aldridge on drum, Marco Mendoza on bass, and John Sykes and Scott Gorham. What a show that was. I mean, that show absolutely ripped, man. And yeah, what he said, you know, I have noticed that online. There are people that do not like Thunder and Lightning, believe it or not. You know, there's people that either love or hate it. I love it, you know. I mean, I was into Thin Lizzy before it, but I wasn't like the biggest fan. I owned Bad Reputation, Live and Dangerous, Jailbreak, I think. That's all I owned before Thunder and Lightning, and it had their sound, so I can understand somebody that's really into Thin Lizzy from, you know, the glory years, where Thunder and Lightning is a straight up metal album. You know, I mean, that shit is heavy and killer, but a lot of people don't want that, man. They don't want that stuff, but man, Thin Lizzy was so special, man. I've been getting into the Eric Bell stuff lately. Thin Lizzy, to me, they have 1 million albums and none of them are bad. None of them. I can rank them, but I'm telling you, the one that be at the bottom still be a good album, in my opinion. And man, Thunder and Lightning, I heard that when it was new. And man, did that blow my mind. Cold Sweat, that solo. And Cold Sweat, yeah. John Sykes sure did breathe new life, metallic life, into Thin Lizzy. They went out on such a high. Not here in the States, but you know. It's a great album to go out on, man. The perfect album to go out on. It's maybe different than the previous Thin Lizzy albums, but I think it's killer, man. Baby, Please Don't Go, Heart Attack. Oh, man, This Is the One, the title track, Holy War. You kidding me? That album is perfect. And I'm going to rank it. That's right. I just went on the Wikipedia to look up the track listing. And right now, there's 9 tracks. Which one would I put at the bottom? Oh, they're all so good. Maybe someday she's going to hit you back, but I love that song. I'll put that at the bottom. Then The Sun Goes Down. I love it too, man. It has the album breathe, but I will say it would have been better later on in the album. I think side 1 should have just knocked you out. Throw Cold Sweat on side 1 and put Sun Goes Down like second to last track on side 2. It would have been better, in my opinion. All right, what's next? Okay, let's see here. Woo! God, I love Bad Habits. Can't be Bad Habits. All right, Heart Attack is amazing. Baby, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with Baby Please Don't Go, man. I love it. It's All Killer No Filler. Then Heart Attack. Then Bad Habits. Bad Habits is kind of like a well-played hair metal song before there was hair metal. It's like a perfect hair metal song. And I'm not a big fan of hair metal, but damn, did Thin Lizzy ever make it excellent. Bad Habits, damn fine song. All right, at number, well, I don't know the numbers, but the next one I'm going to say, ooh, man, look at my choices. Thunder and Lightning, This Is the One, The Holy War, and Cold Sweat. Torture. All right. Damn, this hurts saying this. All right, I'm going to go with Thunder and Lightning. The title track. Like Thunder. God damn, it's like Motorhead, man. I remember the first time I heard Thunder and Lightning, I was like, this sounds like Motorhead. It's fucking awesome. All right, then. Oh my God. You know what? This should be my number. This should be above it, but no, I'm going to go with The Holy War next. All right, 2 left. At number 2, This Is the One. I feel it, I know it, I touch it, oh my God, I love that song. Made it all the way to number 2 with this badass album. And of course, number 1, Cold Sweat. John Sykes goes apeshit in the middle. Fucking phenomenal. What do you all think? Leave it in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching the only news that matters, that loves Thin Lizzy. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and Thin Lizzy and schmack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.